Welcome, 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 everybody. It is Saturday, October 18th, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are because you are watching us right now. Welcome to Ask Us Anything with Robert Hollis and everybody here in the Unlimited Wisdom community. We love and appreciate you, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. The whole point behind Ask Us Anything is that you get to ask questions of any of us here. And it's very easy to do. You can type your question in the chat. That's easy. We'll answer it on your behalf, and we'll ask it and we'll answer it to you. Or, of course, the real reason why we do this is the interaction, where you get to interact with the person to whom you will ask the question. Very simple to do. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see my face. On the bottom is a row of buttons. One of those happens to be raise hand. Click on that button, and we will call on you in the order that we receive your request or the question. Very, very simple. That's how we do. Oh, thank you, Melody. I appreciate that. My nose appreciates that boop as well. So that's how we do Ask Us Anything. And of course, to get it all started, we want to hear from our GPS to success. The gentleman is an amazing person. He has helped to create over 67 multi-millionaires, 1 million plus. I think 68 is what we had determined recently too.
Yeah.
So we have
had a new person reach out to me. I'll bring that up.
Yep. So we've got that going, and who knows? The next one, number 69, could be you. So without further ado, let's do that voodoo that we do so well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis.
Well, thank you, Craig. Again, the hostess with the mostest. I thank you so much for all of you jumping on here. And yeah, I had a new guy reach out to me. I'm going to do a podcast with him real soon. His name is Renee. And 20 years ago, I was doing some training and stuff with a company called Pro Travel Network. And he was very, very young and in my organization. And he's now been with the same company 18 years. And I wished him a happy birthday like I do thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And he was blown away that I remembered his birthday. And he left me this very kind message I sent to Craig. And he's going, listen, when I worked with you in Pro Travel Network, you taught me all the basics that I still use today. And he's the number one rep in the company. Been there for 18 years. I don't know the exact amount that he made, but I'm just guessing that, being with the same company for 18 years and being the number one rep might put you in a good financial situation. We'll see. And it's a company I don't know much about that's based out of Canada. I just love there's so many companies that are doing so well. So before we start the AMA, I have Esther on here. I didn't know she would be here. She's from Hungary, and she gave me permission to basically just share what she asked and cover those. So I know that each and every one of you will definitely understand these questions. So it's neat to have her a part of the community. Everyone give her a hand. It's so cool. I never even thought about it, Esther. Just if you want to, if you remember what you ask, you can ask them, or I can just go into them.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you for letting me be here in this community. And I did have a question about the fear of success. That was one of the things that I was asking you. Hello, Mary. And it's been a dilemma for me how to cope with that kind of fear. And I think it was yesterday that you were talking about freedom, and it was very inspiring. I so much appreciated those thoughts that you were sharing with us. It was just incredible. And I was thinking about all the things you said, and it was the fear of success that actually came up for me.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. And I can't tell you guys, I think I've known Esther now for probably over 6 years. I don't know when's the first time that we met. And she's always been such an incredible she's just an incredible human being. She really is. She loves people, and she's been one of the best translators and educators, and also, ranked very, very high in the compensation plan. So, I just love and appreciate her so much. And so I'll go ahead and answer that question. So, some of you always, if you're fear of anything, again, I always love saying this, is the initials that you've seen broken down numerous times. Is false education appearing real? And then another one that I think is most important is false emotions appearing real. And so when someone says that they have fear of success, what we do almost in every scenario as human beings is we're always focused on the sacrifice. So we sort of like our lives the way it is. Would we like to make more money? Yes. Would we like to have other things? Of course. It's just that, wow, if I'm different, will I lose my friends? Will I have my family respect or disrespect me? Am I going to lose something? And whenever we think about moving forward in anything in life, it's always the sacrifice and the loss of something. And so we go, wow, I'm sort of fearful of being successful. Well, what we do is, again, with the art of imagination, is first, let's talk about the people that are close to you. Um, what you need to do, and a part of your imagination, is when you imagine yourself being successful, and most people, have a very good component of financial success when they talk about success, is that when you have that finances, what are you going to do for the people that you love? And so when you think about that, I think it was Melody that posted a video of one of the guys, Robert Harshak or whatever his name was, in the community, buying a Cadillac for his father because his father looked at the Cadillac as being successful. What a great, great video! Brought me to tears. And so one of the things that's very unique is that if you're focused on, instead of where we immediately go, the loss and the sacrifice, we gotta just, what's the opposite of that? The opposite is we need to imagine in an emotional way a better future for us and our family and the people that we love. And we got to look at it at what would we gain? What would we gain? And in your imagination, if your gain is what would you gain in that, including how much finances, then you got to put the finances, because Esther, like me, she's not motivated around money. So what you got to do is you got to think about what the money would, what experiences with the people that you love, the experiences would give you. So like Esther, you love to travel. So who are the people that you think, might not like you being different, successful? And you sort of think, well, what would I do with them as far as um, taking them on an incredible trip, like all expenses paid and first class. It's like, I really, really love helping people fly first class, because when they do that, that's a thing that I've shared with Melody, is that a luxury experience once becomes a necessity. It's like people go, I can't afford to fly first class. So if I gave you a first class ticket, then you would just give it away? No, I wouldn't. Am I sitting next to you? Yes, you are. Oh, I'm taking it. See what I mean? And not to brag about Melody, but I'm bragging about Melody, is, it's first class is one thing, but me and Melody have flown on private jets together. So there's only like 4 or 5 people, including my wife, on this whole private jet. And, again, your mind goes, and we stayed at this incredible resort in the Bahamas. And like all of a sudden, your mind just goes, I need more of this. I need more of this. So that's the first thing that she was talking about. And everything that you're looking at in life that you fear, it's not that you have to, this is where a lot of people mess up, is a lot of personal development people will just say, stop it. Don't fear that. No, what you got to do is you got to reframe it. And so when you reframe it, what would you do for the people that you love that are very, very close to you? As you move forward, you imagine, wow, like I can guarantee you that video of that guy giving his father giving a Cadillac. I can guarantee you that he imagined that way before it happened. Why do I know that he imagined it? Because he took his father to eat at a cafe directly across from the Cadillac place. See what I mean? So he was trying to imagine how he could really set his father up to really get the best experience out of it. Going there, already purchasing it, having the keys above the visor, what was going to be the expression on his father's face. And he even tells the story where he said that he bought a classic, which for some people just means old Corvette. and and so he bought that for himself. And his dad went, wow, this is a really nice Corvette. It's not a Cadillac. So, so again, him imagining doing that for his father, I can guarantee you really, really helped him in times when things weren't going so well. Like all of a sudden, things aren't moving as fast as I would like them to. This seems like a real grind with nothing happening. Oh, are you going to give up on all that imagination that you had for yourself and the people you love? No, I am not. No, I am not. And so did that help you, Esther?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think, first of all, I'm very proud of you, Esther, for identifying your fears. See, a lot of people, when you ask them what do they want, they go, I don't know, you know, but even if they do know, it's not where they design their perfect day. See, for you, Esther, instead of writing a definition of success and thinking that it had to have something in there being a financial win, see, you can, like, I'll give you a neat example with unlimited wisdom. I'm just like, hey, I'm looking so forward and I'm so happy and grateful for the million members that are involved with unlimited wisdom. See, when I throw that out there, that where we all can impact them and have a home for them. I think that everyone here realizes that when we get to 1 million members, that people are going to be doing pretty good financially. See what I mean? It's like, well, I don't understand. And see, that's the same people that when you don't use your imagination and use your logical mind, it doesn't make any sense. So let me give you one example that just popped to me. So, all of a sudden, these two guys decide to start a company called Google, and they just had a better idea than I was trying to think of the Yahoo, right? So they're looking at Yahoo and they go, we can make a better search engine. So imagine now sitting down with somebody and asking for money, and they go, well, let me get this right. People just go to Google and search for stuff? Yeah. For free? Yeah. So you want me to invest in your company, but everyone's using it for free? See, it's like, yeah. I don't get it. Well, in our imagination, when we get this large and we have this many people using it free, there's going to be people that want to advertise and get in front of that traffic, and they'll give us money. But you have to get big first. Yeah. Well, why would they leave Bing and Yahoo? Why would they leave Internet Explorer and come to you? Because we're going to make it better. Okay. And there was a guy that actually retired from Oracle, which is one of the biggest companies in the world. And he used to get writ up in Forbes magazine because he wrote them $100,000 check. And when he did this, they asked him what the name of the company was, and he said Google. They told him how to spell it, and he goes, "What's Google mean?" And he goes, "It's just one with a lot of zeros." And he goes, "Oh, like data." And he goes, "Yeah." When they wrote the check to them and gave it to him, they had to borrow money from their parents to do a business name to open up a checking account to cash the check. They hadn't yet. They had the name, but wait, wouldn't that mess up a lot of people? Because people would overthink and go, maybe I got to get the name first. Maybe I got to get the logo first. Maybe I got to get it registered as a business first. Maybe I got to open up a bank account first. See, that's what logical people do. And they were like, no, we have this great idea. We got to get money first. And so your availability to be able to create the imagination for other people of what you know that your community is going to be about or what unlimited wisdom about. People that can share that before it happens and then continue to share that vision, it just grows like crazy. So I thank you, Esther. I thank you so much. Okay. And
You.
so the other question I wanted to ask that was also part of what Esther talked about was, this whole concept that I know that you guys have heard this phrase yin and yang, correct? All right. So it really comes from not only martial arts, but the whole concept for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And it's very difficult to understand what light is if you don't have darkness. All right. So what people do moving forward in anything that they're doing is they want to eliminate either the yin or yang. Example. So in unlimited wisdom, it's free to get involved. And so now other people are starting communities and they go, hey, if it's free, then people come in and they message me and they might not have good intent. Let me explain to you what that is. That's like coming up with the imagination of creating your own flower bed or a garden. And so what you do is you go out there and you till up all the land, you make all the land, and the dirt look perfect. You even maybe buy some dirt, that is good topsoil. You put that all in, you put the sprinkler system in, you put it all in. Now you're looking for the right vegetables or you're looking for the right flowers. Is everyone following me now? And so you plant all those flowers in there and you're imagining, man, this is going to look so awesome. And then what you do is you go out there in a couple of days and nothing's growing. All right. Then you go out in a couple of next days and you look and there is something growing. Weeds. All right. So a weed would be, somebody reaching out to you that got involved in your community for free. They may not have the same mindset as we do. They might have like a taker's mindset or a scarcity mindset. They might be just flat out a scammer, right? And what they're doing is they're jumping in the community and people say, the weeds, the weeds. I was like, oh, what about the flower? No, you don't understand. I know that. I know that. I know that this is a weed. Really? How? So I want to share this because I really want to, share this part because there's a lot of people out there that are trying to, in my opinion, is what they're doing is I know that Unlimited Wisdom is going to be an incredible garden, an incredible flower bed with a lot of beautiful flowers in it. And it's going to start out being maybe 100, and then it's going to be 200, and then it's going to be 500, then it's going to be thousands and millions. Is everyone seeing all the incredible flowers that are going to be in our community? Thank you, Bill. I agree. And also your community, because you're going to learn as you're building this. But some people, what is the nicest way to say this? You can't have that flower bed. You can't have that without weeds. I'll say it again. You have to have the weeds. So people get mad at the weeds. And what we do is we, see something growing. And so we reach down and we see it and we go, that weed, and we grab it and we pull it. And it's actually a bulb that we planted. It just happened to be the first one that sprouted up. And we yanked that bulb out and we're going like, oh, we didn't give him time enough to grow. Because some people, there's a word that's called ignorance, right? And ignorance means, it's not a dirty word. It's not a bad word. Ignorance means that they don't know that they don't know. And sometimes I believe that weeds can become flowers if they hang around a bunch of flowers. If they have people that have love in their heart and tolerance, that when someone reaches out and says, hi, right? Or how are you? I personally don't know if they're a weed yet. Are you guys following me? So I'm going to say, hey, welcome to the community. And I'm going to share something with them. I'm going to, hey, this is my favorite video of Ask Us Anything. Hey, this is a great video of our breakthroughs. I'm going to show them things where they can learn to grow with us. Does that mean that everyone, we're going to be able to switch everyone from a weed to a flower? No, it does not mean that. But there's no way that I'm going to allow someone to stop me from giving, from someone that's going to stop me from throwing fertilizer in the flower bed in the garden. It's not going to stop me from going out there and doing. You see what I mean? And I think that some of you don't realize maybe that you're quite sensitive to someone just reaching out to you and saying, hi, or how are you? Why would you be sensitive of that? Because there's a lot of bad people out there. There's a lot of weeds out there. For those of you that know anything about having a green thumb, as the garden's growing and the flower bed's growing, sometimes you look at it and go, there's definitely more weeds in here than flowers. Does that make sense to you all? And so the people that are not acting right, they're not doing the right things, I promise you, they're not going to be allowed in this group. They're just not going to be. So what I wanted to do is really quickly share with you guys, what I'm talking about, right? So again, you can see right here that we got, ask us anything. And then I'm going to go over here to my chat and I'm going to click on chat. And this Craig guy, don't look at this stuff, right? Don't look at this stuff. But this Craig guy just puts in here, hi, how are you doing? Here's a question I want you guys all to ask yourself. Is this enough to block somebody? Is this enough to ban them from the group? Here's what I'm going to do to each and every one of you. Here's where you got to sort of listen to your intuition a little bit. So step one, maybe what I do is I just click on Craig and I go to his profile. And then I see his engagements. Because a lot of people that are not doing it right, they usually don't have any activities whatsoever. And they're not connected in any other groups at all. So that's probably like a really new, very, very new one that they made up with whatever email and whatever, and then they're coming in. But me personally, what I would do in this scenario is I would just say, "Hi, I'm doing great. I hope you are too." And then I'd say, "Hey, have you seen this?" And I would give them a gift. A gift would be any link that we have inside. Now, the response to a gift is going to be whether or not they should be banned or not. Are you guys following me? So everyone that reaches out to me, I will just share with them whatever gift that we have in Unlimited Wisdom, which I tell people, you go to the community here or the classroom here, and there's some doozies in here. And so, pick out your favorite one, or just listen to yourself, and then and go awestruck. And then with awestruck, then I would just click up here and I would click on this link. Then of course I would go back over to chat. And put, "Hi, I am blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. How are how are you? Check this video out in our classroom." All right. So that's when I'm going to find out by just interacting. I wanted to do a live video on this that Craig can cut and we'll put in the under Q&A. What do I do when someone reaches out to me and says hi? Now, here's another thing. You can pull weeds and sort with an incredible attitude of love, imagining what the flower would look like. Or you could see a weed and throw a temper tantrum, totally get out of your vibration and your frequency. Call everybody, reach out to everybody else in Unlimited Wisdom, telling them that you discovered a hacker. And call up Craig, leave him a nice voicemail, and leave him a nice voicemail telling him that you discovered another hacker that's going to destroy the planet. When someone reaches out to you, can you please do me a huge favor and learn how to not get taken out of your vibration? Can you do that for me? See if you can train your mind when someone says hi or how are you, that you don't immediately go, "This effing SOB." See if you can learn not to allow it, like driving your car and someone cuts you off. You know what I mean? Or someone tries to get in front of you. Try to learn not to allow those things to bother your day. Because every one of you know that it doesn't take much time to also block them. You know what I mean? So, some of you have already seen that, but it's like, I go back here and with Craig's message, I can click on these three dots and I can actually block him and report him. What a concept. So I'm almost positive if you reported him, that probably a message goes to me and Craig. I don't know, but I just wanted to cover that. I'm over that, and all the groups that I've built that have, you know, my old Facebook group has 41,000 people in it. Does anybody want to know that there's probably some weeds in there? Oh, and I did think of another group that's in there. You guys, as you build your group, please don't get in a bad state because people in your group won't do anything. So, 62% of the people are still level 1. So what? I do get it. And like I shared with Esther, it's what we focus on. See, so if you're focused on the weeds and you're upset, how about just F this, not water it, let the weeds take out your flowers, and you never ever seen that imagination, right? Not too smart. But as you're building a community, you need to take all your focus and you need to focus on the flowers. Because there might be some seeds that don't grow. Don't get mad at the seeds that don't grow. Right? So people look at their whole community, and even when you're building a business, you spend all your time going, how do you motivate people? How do we get these lazy people to do something? How about just getting more people? No, it would be so much easier if these people would do something. No, it would be easier if you found the right flowers. So there we go, Craig. I know that you'll find some great stuff to pull out of there, because when people send you messages, I know they'll send you messages, but before me. But it's like, hey, can you get this person out of the group? They're a bad person. And I go for saying, hi, how are you? My first thought was when I thought of doing this video is me walking down the street. Now, I know some of you are more triggered, so don't get mad at me. I feel for you. But it'd be like me walking down the street and someone smiling at me and going, hey, how are you? And then I turn to you and I go, that is a scammer. There's no doubt in my mind that right there is a scammer. And wouldn't you just look at me and go, based on what? Well, the way they dressed, the way they looked, the way they said hi, the way they smiled. You sound to me like someone that smiled at you and said, hi, how you doing, hurt you. Yeah, I am. That doesn't mean that everyone that says, hi, how you doing are going to hurt you. Well, most of them do. Yeah, but someone shy like me might not hurt you and be a good friend forever. All right. Craig, back to you.
Great message to start today. Thank you so much, Robert. And Esther, thank you so much also for asking that question. That was really, really good, and sharing with us. Just to let everybody know, we're at the top of the hour. We're going to wrap up here as quickly as we can because Robert does have some things he's got to take care of today. So just letting you know, right now I have Melody Ryba and Deborah Grady who have raised their hands. And as of this point, those are going to be the only two that we're going to finish up today with. So let's leave it at that, then just those two individuals. So thank you all for your patience and understanding. Let's go ahead and get started right now with Deborah Grady. Melody, you're up next. Deborah, go ahead, open up, and please share.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this as fast as I can. What I wanted to talk about, Esther hit my trigger point. That my secret. And
Very
that
cool.
yeah. So, but I'm not going to talk about that today because but what I want to talk about is I'm so glad that you cleared this up about with I'm like, why do I have to send this to Robert? I feel like a cry, wah, I have for 40 years, I have been an investigator, HR. I can go through them. I can tell a scammer. I can go and do your background history in 10 minutes
Right.
and find out everything about you I want to know. I still have the equipment. So I was like, I'm going to be like my mentors. And in my community, I do this so fast. I don't want you to waste your time having to go and look is he a scammer? Isn't he a scammer? I can do it in 2 minutes. Just send them to me. So that's where I thought you guys were coming from. So I'm like, okay, well, I can do them just as fast as you can, but if you want to do them, if you want to check every,
No, here's what I
yeah,
want to do, Deborah,
uh,
is I know the person that I used to be and I know the person that I am now.
right,
And that was all from me meeting one individual. So you could send me all the documentation that you can on how awful a person is.
that's
I'm
right,
still going to do my best and try to transform them.
right. And that's the way it should be. That should be your ulterior motive. And I'm like, you know what? On my Facebook page, nobody can tell me. I don't care if you come in here and go, that guy's got tattoos. Why are you? And I'm like, it's none of your business
Right.
because I don't know for sure that I can't touch that person.
Yeah.
So what? He said hi to me, and so probably 10 out of 10, I respond back to, and then maybe out of that, five might continue the conversation one more time, and out of that, it just kind of it fizzles out itself. It
Right.
works itself out if it's not meant to be. And I have sincerely probably been doing that for the last 6 years. I have sincerely made a handful of really good friends and connected from the people that I would have judged and said, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're a scammer. You're going to hack me. You want to sell me something. You
Yeah.
don't ever,
Guess where my second largest producing group is in my company?
where?
Nigeria.
I believe it. I believe it.
Uh it blows my mind. People go, "Well, I've had some people reach out to me from Nigeria." And I go, "Yeah, me too." And they've made me millions of dollars.
Right.
What? I know people that discount entire countries because of where
Right.
the person's from. They're not
Right.
all bad there.
No, they're not.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? I'm looking, I'm constantly asking the same question. Who do you know,
right.
that would like to, supplement or make enough money so they can quit their job and support their family?
Right.
That's like, do I still run into people that are, not doing things ethically? Yeah, and they live in the United States too. So, Deborah,
Yeah.
yeah, I really appreciate you doing this. The one thing that I think I didn't really talk about too in that whole clip that I wanted to talk about is you guys can go back when Craig gets done doing his voodoo that he does, his magic stuff, miracle and motion stuff. When he gets done and puts that and Craig do, it's like why don't you put it in Q&A, also and because what do I if someone reaches out to me that I don't know, what do I do? Right. And one of the things I wanted to share with all of you is as I showed you what I did, I want you, if for those of you that really care, watch how long it takes to actually block somebody. And I'd also like you to time how long, and I can guarantee every one of you while you watch me type, uh, you were going like, it's not going to take you guys that long.
You're
You know,
funny. Oh
so,
my God, you
but
cracked me up.
it still probably took less than a couple of seconds to respond back to the person. And see, a lot of people, what they do is they get a response, I mean, a question or a response, and then they respond back and then they wait.
Mhm.
I do not do that. Someone
Yeah,
reaches out to me, hi, how you doing?
you
I'm
respond.
going, hey, I'm blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. I hope you and your family are the same. Hey, take a look at this video. Take a
Yeah.
look at this gift
Now, do
because
you?
you guys will know immediately if the next response doesn't come back. Thank you very much.
Right.
Because usually when you give somebody a compliment, Deborah, that's a really beautiful hat.
Thank you. I got it in the mail today.
Yeah, most people say, thank you for that gift. If they come back and going, what investment are you using after you give them a gift? Yeah, yeah.
Well, I copy and paste. You sat there and you were typing the whole thing out, but I have a file, that where after their hi, how are you? I'm like, hi, how are you? And I just copy it. I have a file with, and then if they respond with thank you, then, so that I don't have to each time stop. I want to put my heart it comes to a point where I don't copy and paste anymore. It has to come from my heart because we've
That's
reached
the
that
that's the
point.
only place that I can come
Right,
from.
right.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like some of the generic at first, hi, how are you? I'll put hi, and see if they'll respond. You
right.
know, I don't feel like I have to put like a whole lot of heart in that first sentence.
I do.
I
I
mean, I
I
should.
do. First
I know.
impressions mean
I think
everything.
I know,
So
but
I know
I
that
feel
people
like
do
they can't.
hi, and then they do hi, and they go, "How are you?" Then they go, "How are you?" And then they go, "Where do you live?" And then they go, "Where do you live?"
Oh yeah,
Me, that's not me. It's
yeah,
hi, and
right.
it's like, "Hi, I hope you're blessed and highly favored. Thank you for reaching out to me. Here's a gift."
Right. I mean, and that is the right way. I'm still
Works for
programmed,
me. It
right.
works really, really good for me.
I'm still programmed from work, being a machine going through, hundreds and hundreds of people at a time. So I have to break, but my heart does go into it once I make a connection. Like
Try
if you
try
were to,
put your heart into it first.
yes, I will. I'm gonna,
Watch what
I
happens.
need to
Watch what
discipline.
happens.
Oh
You
yeah, I know
you want
it's
to
gonna make
be
all
you
the
want to
difference.
be different than anybody else.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
you want people to look it's different.
Right,
So
right.
if they're being taught by someone to be robotic and just
Hmm.
copy and paste, copy paste, copy paste,
Right.
you need to you need to break their state.
Hmm.
You need to
Right.
break their state. And they're
Yeah,
like, wow, what is this?
I
You know what I
know.
mean? And
Right.
so,
That's
yeah.
what you just did. And that's why I love you. I mean, because
Oh,
you know what? Because you always get to the heart of the matter. Like it's like that's what the heart
thank
of the
you.
matter
Thank
is.
you. A
That
song popped in my head. Very, very special song.
yeah, it's a special song to me too. It just came in
Yeah.
my head. But
Heart of the
anyway,
matter.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. I love your style of teaching.
Can I ask you a question? I think I asked you this before. When you're on Zoom and I look at Deborah Grady and I see in parentheses she,
Where does that come from?
well, I can show you how to
Get
get
rid
it
of
out of
it?
there.
Okay. All right. I never really paid that much attention. I just thought
Yeah,
it
when I
had
when
something
I
to do with pronouns. Even my Facebook page says my name and the pronoun is she. And I'm like, when did that start happening? I never,
yeah, well,
yeah.
no problem
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah. But I know how to, I think I know how to delete it. I can
Yeah,
figure it out, but I'll delete it.
um, because as judgmental as people are, because a
Oh,
lot of people are judgmental,
really?
very critical, very judgmental, right?
Really?
I know a group of people that would look at she on there and go, I don't want anything to do with her.
Because I'm a she.
Bizarre.
Well, I know, but what do you want me to put? Goat?
Yeah,
No.
it's really
I
hard.
know. I mean, it's
A
like
lot.
who thinks like that? It's like
Yeah,
I don't think like that. So
right.
when
I know
yeah,
you don't. That's
but
why I'm surprised. I know you really, really well, and you don't. Yeah, you don't have a judgmental or critical bone in your body, Deborah. I love you. I love you. I love you.
yeah, but anyway, that was a great lesson, and thank you. I'm so excited to have something new to work on because I'm always
Yeah,
looking for
always,
improvement,
always.
and I'm like, that never even occurred to me. It's like, that should have occurred to me first. But
Coach Bob is asking, is it okay for her to have she in there? I wouldn't.
no, me
I
either,
wouldn't
not
put
now,
I wouldn't
because
put anything me what is the best way to say this?
well, you know what comes to mind for me is like I have traveled a lot, and I've always been told, when in Rome, do as the Romans. So I don't know where I am in the world. I'm all over the world. Who knows where these Zooms go? So if she offends one person, I feel as a Christian that if I am aware that I am offending somebody, that I should eliminate that.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of you know that I've spoken internationally, and I always tell this story about that, Deborah, is that I was, closing out the event for Eric Worre at his GoPro event, Network Marketing Pro. And when I got done, there was this large group of people. That was like one of the miracle in motion. I was on that day. And I got off, and all these people were wanting autographs and had a copy of my book for me to sign. And it was like just really, really beautiful. And I just kept looking, and there was this gentleman. If I were to guess his age, I would say that he was like mid 80s, but in good condition, right? And he was very respectful and politeful, you know? And he just didn't want anyone to be around. I could tell that he wanted to meet me, but he didn't want anyone around. Well, to show you first how much I respected him, he understood and was aware enough that if he was going to criticize me, that he shouldn't do it in public, because that's when you know people just don't care, right?
Right.
Their goal is to humiliate you.
Hmm.
See what I mean? When you see people do that in public to another human being, their heart's not in the right place.
That's right.
So, criticizing people on social media, if you really care about a person and you want to help them out, do it in private. Do it in private. So he walks up to me and he said, I need you to understand. He said, I can't count the number of presentations and speeches that I've seen. He goes, it's one of the things that I do. He says, I search out for new people because I learned so much from people on stage. And I go, how long have you been doing that? He said, since my 20s. For 60 years, this guy's been traveling around listening to speakers. I was like, I said, man. And he said, I just need you to know that you need to trust in the way that you're doing this because it's really, really amazing. And I just went, thank you. It sort of really choked me up. And he goes, would you allow me to suggestion? And I said, sure. And he goes, you can see that I'm definitely older than you. And during your presentation, you kept referring to something that really sucks. That your life really sucks. And when you're sick and tired of sick and tired and you don't want to live your sucky life anymore. He goes, I just think that you'd be a million times more productive without using that word. He said, I think that you're creative enough and you care more for people than your ego. And I believe that you can change that word.
That's so good.
See, so, him being in his 80s, I probably did that 20 years ago. So I was, has it been that long? I don't know. 2015. Yeah, it's been 10 years. So it was a decade ago. So I'm in my 50s, 53, And this guy's in his 80s and seeing presentators for 60 years. And I went, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And so he goes, I didn't think that you would say that. And I go, why? And he goes, most of the times when I want to meet somebody, I feel because I have so much experience that I could help them get better. And they just basically blow me off. And he said, so I know you're successful. You know, you could have easily said, listen, I'm just going to keep saying the word sucks. I don't care who you are or what you stand for. And so thank you, Deborah, because that's the way I feel. And one thing before we close out, I don't want anyone's. Hello?
I'm sorry, I don't know
Hello?
my nephew. Gosh. Oh, I know. He has Down syndrome and he doesn't know better.
Hey, hello? You know what? You should answer that. Somebody's
Okay.
telling me for you to answer
Can
that.
you hear me, Adam? Adam. I know. He calls me faithfully every. Hi, Adam. Can you guess what? I'm on my Zoom. Can you say hi to everybody? Can you see him?
Hi, Adam.
Hi. Hey. He said, hey. Can you see? That's Robert. Remember I tell you every day when you call me a little. Yeah, that's Robert. But you know, every day. Hi, Robert.
Hey, Adam, do you know how much your grandma loves you?
Oh, gosh, yeah. What do I always say to you? How do we say goodbye to each other?
Yeah.
How do we say it? I go, bye, my favorite nephew in the whole wide world. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you so much, right? That's how we always end. And what? And yeah, just like that. And what?
Well, have a good day.
Say bye bye to everyone, and I'll call you back after my Zoom.
Oh, you can talk to him now. You can talk to him now.
Okay.
Yeah, he called you. Talk to him.
All
Talk to
right.
him. We're done.
Hi. So what have you been doing?
All right, so we'll go ahead and move on. Deborah, thank you so very much, and thank you, nephew. Appreciate that. Yeah.
So to close up really quick, the point I was
Okay.
going to say.
Do we have time for Melody?
Or my nephew.
Oh, Melody, sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry because I know that she said that she wanted to share. So, let's see. Where is she? There she is. Melody, go ahead, open up, and
Coach
please
Bob.
share with us.
Hey guys, I just have something really quick. This has been a phenomenal call from the get-go. Esther, you're the bomb. You are the bomb. Robert, I love how you do share some of our questions that we ask you independently
Yeah.
and and share them with people that never even thought of the question yet or didn't know they had that question yet. That's how I learned a lot from you when I was afraid to speak and ask you.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, oh, maybe that's a bad question. But no, there are no bad questions. As far as the fear thing, there's something, Robert, that you instilled in me, and it left such an impression on me. It's when I had the fear of success or fear of doing something that held me back, you said, when I do blank, I will do blank for my loved ones.
Yes.
And I've had that taped to my computer screens and, all over for all of these years. And that gave me the motivation to keep pushing on.
There's got to be a reward that makes us go through the fear.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
thank you.
And I just want to give a shout out to Eric for his post today, the farmer post, that he said, I planted seeds, but I did not get a crop in 30 days. Must be a scam.
Yeah.
I just thought that was awesome. So I love you guys,
I love
and
you
I'm going to
too.
let you go.
Okay. Thank
Big
you.
hugs.
Big
Love
hug.
y'all.
Love you. So
All right.
Craig, what I'll do is I got a couple minutes. I can say what I'm going to say in a couple minutes and then close it out. the other thing that I'm very cautious of too is this is going to sound weird, and it's not like I disrespect any of you or don't love you very, very much, but I'm always really protective. I don't want to hear other people's opinions about other people. And I'll tell you why. Because of my perspective and who I am, I guarantee you, because I'm unique and I'm a miracle, I can guarantee you that my relationship with Arlene is different than yours. How many people understood that? So when people reach out to me and or Arlene, hi, they're not reaching out to me. I love you. It is like, you guys have the availability to shut this down. So if someone reaches out to me and says, hey, I need to share this with you about Arlene. My response is no, thank you. Because I don't know what happened in your guys' exchange. You see what I mean? I don't know your environment. I don't know your background. So I'm not interested in hearing somebody give me their perceptions of somebody else. That doesn't mean I don't love you and respect you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, so people sometimes want to reach out to me and say, hey, let me tell you about this. They're a scammer. Let me tell you about this person. I feel like they're a bad person. It's like, okay, good for you. I don't need to hear that. You go, well, I'm protecting you. I can protect myself. So does that make sense to you guys? Because my mentor taught me this too. If you want to tell me something about Arlene, I'm going to ask you a couple of quick questions. I go, what you're about ready to share with me about Arlene, do you think it can change the way that I think about her? Yes. In a positive or negative way? Negative. Okay. So then I need to know why you're doing it. What do you mean? You want to share some negative stuff that you feel about Arlene. Are you doing it to win favor with me? Or are you just doing it because you're competitive and you want to, put Arlene in her place? Why are you doing it? It's like people were going, well, I was just looking out for you. Listen, maybe the relationship that I want with Arlene is different than yours. And I'll give you one quick thing why my mentor taught me this. Do you guys know of any people that treat people different just based on their production? Have you guys been involved with other people and based on your production, they don't treat you well? I'm not that person. See what I mean? I'm not that person. I'd rather work with Arlene, get to know her, find out what's important to her, and help her with her imagination to build a better life for her and the people that she loved. And while I'm helping her do that, if she chooses not to be in the company that I'm with, that's awesome. A lot of you that know me really, really well are orphans. I've never profited off of you ever. Well, Robert, I'd like to work with you, but so-and-so is my upline, and I know that I'm not in your group, and I'm going like, yeah, I still love you, and I'll treat you like your sponsored front level. You see what I mean? Because most of my rewards don't come from a compensation plan in a company. Most of my rewards are coming from, a different dimension. So I just have to love people and do my best to help those people love themselves and learn to love other people. So closing it out, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I'm already a minute late, so I'm going to bell out and let Craig do his stuff. I love you guys. See some of you tomorrow. I'd love you to see you there. I got a great message.
All right, Robert, thank you so very much. And ladies and gentlemen, wow, thank you so much for participating in today's AUA, Ask Us Anything. First of all, shout outs to Esther Harry, Deborah Grady, Melody Ryba. Bless you guys for participating. Thank you so much. Of course, Matt Hollis, our executive producer, and Robert, our amazing GPS to success, our guide, our mentor. And we just appreciate everybody for being here. Some announcements about upcoming events. As Robert mentioned, tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern is Master's Mind. Then on Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, recess. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday is the Daily Wisdom. And then Thursday is Breakthroughs at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. By the way, Daily Wisdom is noon p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then we're right back here next Saturday, noon p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, for another amazing Ask Us Anything. So thank you all so very much. If you want to save the chat, there's a few things in there. Go ahead and click the three dots in the meeting chat and then click on Save Chat. It'll download to your computer once we conclude today's session. Thank you guys so very, very much. Love and appreciate you. And what I'm going to do as we go ahead and close out is open up, ask everybody to unmute so we can all say, so long. Have a fantabulous Saturday.
So long,
everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
And
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you, Craig.
Coach Bob,
You're
Jody,
Bye,
Kevin,
everybody.
Melody, thank you so much. Arlene,
Over and
Jamie,
out. Have a great
Jay,
Saturday.
Jerome, Jody, Kevin, Esther, Michael, you guys all amazing. Love and appreciate you.
Thank you, Craig. Appreciate you.